Let me ask you a question that might sound a little unusual. Have you ever felt like your body has a secret built-in slow-mo button that someone pushed the moment you turned 50? You know what I'm talking about, right? You're eating the same foods you've always eaten, maybe even exercising more, but the number on the scale just creeps up. Your energy levels feel like they're running on a low battery, and you're just not feeling like your vibrant, energetic self anymore. Well, if you've been nodding along, let me tell you something, you're absolutely not alone. This isn't just you. It's a universal experience as we get a little older, and it has everything to do with a quiet but powerful engine inside of us called our metabolism. And today, we're going to dive into exactly why that happens and, more importantly, what we can do about it. This isn't about crazy diets or grueling workouts. This is about making some simple, smart adjustments that can have a huge impact on how you feel. We're going to talk about practical, easy-to-follow tips that will help you reignite that metabolic fire, boost your energy, and help you feel stronger and more vibrant than you have in years. So, stick with me to the very end because the last tip is a game changer that most people miss. And if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us reach more people who need this information. Let's start with the first and arguably most important habit for a thriving metabolism after 50, and that, my friends, is prioritizing protein at every single meal. Now, you might be thinking, I eat protein. But I want you to think about it in a new way. Our muscles are like little power plants for our metabolism. The more muscle mass we have, the more calories we burn, even when we're just sitting still. As we age, we naturally start to lose muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia. And what's the best fuel for building and maintaining that precious muscle? You guessed it, protein. It also has a really high thermic effect, which is just a fancy way of saying your body burns more calories just to digest it. So, instead of just a bowl of cereal for breakfast, try adding some Greek yogurt or a scoop of protein powder to a smoothie. For lunch, make sure your salad has chicken, fish, or beans. And for dinner, a palm-sized portion of lean meat or fish is a fantastic choice. Think of protein as your secret weapon. It keeps you feeling full longer, it helps build and preserve that metabolism-boosting muscle, and it helps your body burn a little extra just to process it. It's a triple win. Now, let's move on to the next point, which is all about what you're drinking. And I'm not talking about your morning coffee or that glass of wine with dinner. I'm talking about water. I know, you've heard it a million times, but this is a big one. Being even slightly dehydrated can slow down your metabolism. Your body needs water for all its essential functions, including the metabolic processes that burn calories. But here's a little trick. Drinking a glass of water before a meal can actually help you feel fuller, which means you're less likely to overeat. And here's a really fun fact. Studies have shown that drinking about 2 cups of cold water can temporarily boost your metabolism by about 30% for a short period of time. So imagine starting your day with a big glass of water and then sipping on it throughout the day. It's such a simple habit, but it can make a noticeable difference in your energy levels and how your body works. So grab a nice water bottle and keep it with you as a little reminder. Okay, let's talk about the third habit, and this one is about something that can feel a little counterintuitive. We need to stop fearing strength training. I know the idea of lifting weights can feel intimidating, but I'm not talking about becoming a bodybuilder. I'm talking about using your own body weight, resistance bands, or light dumbbells to build and maintain muscle. As I mentioned, muscle is your metabolic engine. The more muscle you have, the higher your resting metabolic rate, which is the number of calories you burn just by existing. So, even if you're just sitting on the couch watching TV, you'll be burning more calories if you have more muscle. Think about simple things like squats using a chair for support, wall push-ups, or bicep curls with light weights. You can find tons of videos online that show you how to do these exercises safely and effectively. Just a couple of times a week can have a profound effect on your strength, your balance, and most importantly, your metabolism. It's like adding more logs to the fire. You're giving your body a reason to burn brighter. So, we've talked about fueling your body with protein, hydrating with water, and building that muscle with strength training. Let's keep this momentum going and talk about the next important point. which is all about moving your body every single day in a way you actually enjoy. I'm not here to tell you to run a marathon. That's not realistic for most of us. What I am here to tell you is that daily movement is a non-negotiable for a healthy metabolism. Think of it as a little metabolic dance. The more you move, the more you signal to your body that it needs to be ready to burn energy. And the beautiful part is that it doesn't have to be a formal workout. It can be a brisk walk in your neighborhood, dancing to your favorite music in the kitchen, gardening, or taking the stairs instead of the elevator. The key is consistency. A little bit of movement every day is far more effective than a grueling workout once a week. Think of it as a low-level, continuous burn. It keeps your metabolism humming along nicely and helps with everything from circulation to mood. So, find something that makes you happy and just do it. Your body will thank you for it. Now, let's talk about something that can be a real metabolism wrecker, and that is skipping meals, especially breakfast. I know life gets busy, and sometimes we just don't feel hungry in the morning. But when you skip a meal, your body goes into a protective mode. It thinks, oh no, there's a famine, I need to conserve every ounce of energy I have. And it slows your metabolism down to a crawl. It's a survival mechanism from our ancestors, but it works against us in our modern world. Your body needs a consistent, steady supply of fuel to keep that metabolic engine running. Think of it like a fire. If you don't add wood regularly, it's going to go out. So aim to eat regular, balanced meals throughout the day. And don't be afraid of a healthy breakfast. It wakes up your metabolism and sets you up for success for the rest of the day. A small meal or even a protein-rich snack can be enough too. Get things going. It's about feeding your fire, not starving it. And that brings us to a topic that many people overlook: sleep. Yes, you heard me right. Good sleep is a superpower for your metabolism. When you don't get enough sleep, your body's hormonal balance gets thrown completely out of whack. Your stress hormone, cortisol, goes up, and your hunger hormones get all confused. You'll feel hungrier and you'll crave sugary, high-carb foods. Your body also becomes less sensitive to insulin, which is a hormone that helps regulate blood sugar. When your insulin isn't working properly, your body is more likely to store fat, especially around your belly. So, aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep per night. I know it can be a challenge, but try creating a relaxing bedtime routine. Maybe it's reading a book, taking a warm bath, or listening to some soothing music. Good sleep is not a luxury. It is a necessity for a healthy metabolism and a happy life. It's the time when your body repairs and resets itself. So, we've covered a lot of ground, from protein to sleep, but let's talk about a couple of the final points that are going to tie this all together. The first one is about the kind of foods we're eating. We need to focus on real, whole foods, and limit processed foods. Now, I'm not saying you can never have a cookie or a bag of chips again. That's just not realistic. But think about it this way: your body has to work much harder to process a piece of grilled salmon and some vegetables than it does to process a handful of crackers from a box. Whole foods are packed with fiber, vitamins, and minerals that your body needs to function optimally. Processed foods, on the other hand, are often full of sugar, unhealthy fats, and artificial ingredients that can cause inflammation and slow down your metabolism. So, think about what you're buying at the grocery store. Fill your cart with colorful fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. It's not just about calories, it's about the quality of the fuel you're putting in your body. It's like putting premium fuel in a sports car. It's going to run a whole lot better. And here is the last and arguably most powerful tip. It's a simple mindset shift that can change everything. You need to learn to manage your stress. Chronic stress is a metabolic nightmare. When you're constantly stressed, your body is constantly producing that cortisol hormone we talked about. High cortisol levels tell your body to store fat, especially in your abdominal area, and it can also break down muscle tissue, so you're losing your metabolic power plant and gaining fat in a place that's particularly unhealthy. It's a vicious cycle, so what can you do? Find a way to distress that works for you. It could be meditation, deep breathing exercises, spending time in nature, listening to music, or practicing a hobby you love. Just 10 or 15 minutes a day of dedicated relaxation can make a huge difference in your stress levels and, in turn, your metabolism. It's not just about managing your mind. It's about protecting your body's most important functions. So let's take a quick moment to recap. We've talked about loading up on protein to build muscle, drinking plenty of water too. Stay hydrated, strength training to build that metabolic engine, and moving your body every day in a way you love. We also covered the importance of not skipping meals, getting enough sleep, choosing whole foods, and managing your stress. Now, I want to leave you with this thought. Your age is not a diagnosis. It is just a number. It is a new chapter in your life, and you have the power to make it a vibrant, energetic, and healthy one. Remember that small, consistent changes can make a big difference to your health and happiness. You don't have to do everything at once. Pick one or two of these tips, and just start there. Consistency is more important than intensity. I'd love to hear from you. What are your best tips for staying healthy and energetic after 50? Share your experiences and what has worked for you in the comments below. Let's create a community of support and encouragement right here. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more content on health, wellness, and living your best life. And remember, you are stronger and more capable than you think. Keep moving, keep smiling, and I'll see you in the next video.